Hey everybody, it's been a minute, but I thought I'd post an update video. There's a lot that's been happening in the garage here. So here's our 71 Bonneville, Triumph Bonneville. Some things that I added here. I've got this new exhaust. I've actually wrapped one of the pipes already. It was exhausting because it's actually quite a long pipe like this, but I wrapped it, and I don't know if you can see it very well, but I put a tractor flapper on the end here like this. So it's actually upside down, so the pipe will actually come across the bike in the opposite upside down direction, obviously, but it's got these tractor flappers on the back. I don't know, I just thought it was really unique looking, kind of different. I'd never seen it before. So here's the pipe without me a wrap on. This is one, and I did an okay job. I could have done a bit better. It was a lot. So anyway, there it is there. I'm gonna match. There's the engine waiting to go back into the frame. The frame, as I said previously, fully stripped, fully painted. We got the tank on. My wife laser etched the logo into the bike, into the gas tank mount like this. So original seat, we're keeping the seat actually because we got a strategy for that. It actually gives a bike a really good line. I don't know if you can really tell from this angle, but with it flipped over, the seat's flipped out like this because it's on a hinge. When it's laid flat, it's actually got this really neat like spine. It actually cuts a really mean line. On the front end, we've actually got clip-ons, and we're just wrapping it up there. The wiring harness is already started. So here's the wiring harness. We bought a new replacement Lucas wiring harness that's already started here. We're going with the original, keeping the original gauges. We replaced the rubber bushings, the mountings for those, but clip-on bars, I know they're not sitting level yet. We have to do the final leveling and measuring and everything like that, but almost there. I put the emblems on the sides of the tank and gave the tank a good polish. I'm gonna go over it again with a orbital to really clean that up. For the moment, it's got a center stand as well as a side stand. Once everything's reassembled, we're gonna lose the center stand and just go with a side. We replaced the shocks. The shocks were shot. So here's some cool ones with a reservoir, just some Amazon jobs, but I think they look the business here too. So the cool feature on this bike is actually we're going to lay down a frame underneath the seat to hide all of the electricals here. And you can see there's actually a skateboard deck. What we're gonna do, I've already cut the template for it. So we're actually gonna cut the skateboard deck down according to that cardboard template. Here's the deck we're using here. My son picked it out, right? And actually put all of the, for example, the ignition system and all of the ancillary electronics here on top of this. So it'll actually be hidden underneath the seat. When you flip the seat back down, all you'll see is just the seat. And then if you look underneath the bike, like for example, if you got down low, you'll be able to see the underside of the skateboard, which actually follows the contour of the body line really well. I almost said weird, it follows it really well. And actually we're gonna cut this tab off here and run, I've got a side kit here from TC Brothers. So we're gonna run a tail light. In the state of Texas, you don't actually have to run rear turn signals. So we've got a stop light and a license plate light underneath. That is gonna go on the this side actually of the rear axle like that. So that's how we'll handle lighting in the back. One of the big things here that's changed is we actually got a new project bike, which I meant to film a lot of, but just got busy with it. So it's a 2001 Honda Rebel. Sorry, my kids have a lot of their bikes out here. And as you can see, there's a lot of work that's already been done. So we completely lost the rear fender. Here's some of the parts here. So there's the rear fender, there's the front fender. Completely lost the rear fender. And we actually put a spacer in so the shock can actually stay where it's supposed to be mounted. We're gonna cut off this helmet mount like this, cut off the passenger mounts like that. The carb needs to be rebuilt, and that's actually the box for the carb rebuild kit. We're running some TC Brothers, I forget the name of this handlebar. I forget what it's called, pullback or something like that. They're not ape hangers, but they're actually pretty tall, and they cut a pretty good line, I think. Stripped down the front, took off the terrible turn signals up there. As I said, not running a front fender kind of helps stretch out the look of the bike. The paint on the tank is a little rubbish. So you see it's all spotted and everything painted like this. What we're gonna do is strip it down, and I've got a cool idea for the tank. The seat, we're going with the Solo Springer seat, and this is a faux gator skin sort of material, which I thought was really cool. You know, obviously not going for subtlety here, but something cool. And I really like the way the seat kind of hangs out over the rear wheel like this. So it really brings a bike together in that way. The exhaust, we're actually using the original exhaust off the bike, cut it really short. So it's got a crossover pipe there, an H pipe. So this will actually dump it kind of right behind the front pegs there, maybe about 6 inches behind the front pegs. So short, but I think it's going to be legit. Now I've already wrapped one side. They were kind of hard to wrap because of the positioning, but I've got one side wrapped. I'm about to wrap the other side here like that, and then we'll mount it back on the bike. But I think it's coming along really well. So we've been really busy. The weather just broke, so it's not a million degrees here in Texas at the moment. So my son and I have been spending a lot of time in the garage. But what I'll try and do is keep you really updated on both. Both are really starting to come together. Two very different bikes, obviously going bobber style here and then more cafe over here. So I'm gonna really just kind of try and film as much as I can in the coming weeks like this. But I feel like when this one is done, if you look at the profile of the Revel, it's got a really dope profile. So, you know, the shorty exhaust coming in here like this, no tail, clean up the tank, just a little bit of work in there. And I think it's gonna look like a great bar hopper. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna get some more updates going, some more how-tos if I can. But thanks for watching.